Hey everyone, the Pink Mac here, and today I've got a video review for you of the SwitchEasy CARA case for the iPad in black. Now I saw this really great folio case online. It got some really good reviews. If you didn't notice, I really like folio cases, hence I have this SGP Argos case that's folio style, and I also happen to have the Pretenzo case that's, you know, something like the Dodo case. But this one caught my eye because it has this really interesting hard plastic, sort of like turtle shell material on the front. So let's get this guy unboxed. I've already kind of slightly opened it so I can see what's going on here. Apparently this was a 2010 Best of the Year award winner. And you know with SwitchEasy, they like to give you what they say, everything but the kitchen sink. So you know this is going to come with lots of goodies. So let's open it up and see exactly what those goodies are. By the way, this case retails, I think, for about $50. SwitchEasy ships it out to you for a flat rate of $3, which is very, very reasonable. I happen to have bought this one on Amazon.com for the $50 and free shipping, so I saved, you know, the $3 on it. Oh, this is really tight in this case. Okay. Okay. So the first thing you notice is that this is a really high gloss screen. I hope you can see cover. I hope you can see the turtle shell sort of octagon, not octagons really, but it's got this different sort of a shaped texture. It's a little bit, it's not very thick, but it's noticeable, and I think it's I think it looks really slick. Now the back of this case is actually like a hard molded plastic, much softer. So this has really two different types of feelings when you are touching this case. You got two different things here. Then it's got a snap on the front. Now, just as I open this up, I noticed that this front is actually quite heavy. Not incredibly heavy, but it's a little bit heavier than my Argos case. It's got like a reinforcement of plastic here, I guess, you know, to protect against falls or anything hitting against the iPad when it's installed, which that's nice. And that's really much different than the feeling you get on the other side, which is, this isn't thin plastic by any means or like a silicone. It's really this very grippable, kind of rugged silicone on the interior here. Much lighter though. So we've got our fake iPad here. Let's see what else we've got inside. Okay, so like usual, SwitchEasy is giving you a clear cover for your iPad screen. I happen to already have one. I have the Spec Shield View, I think it's called, on there. It's a matte finish, and I know from experience that the SwitchEasy covers happen to be like glossy, so I'm not going to use this now, but I will hold it for future use. They also have here the port covers, 2 for the dock connector and then 2 for your microphone jack. I'll also put those aside. Some information, a squeegee and a cleaning cloth, and then there are 2 stands, white and black, and I have these already obviously because I don't know if you've seen the video, but I have a SwitchEasy case. I think it's called the SwitchEasy Nude and Clear. It's just the hard silicone case for the back, and it came with this stuff as well, and I happen to really like these. They're very thin and portable. I actually think that compared to some of the more expensive portable iPad stands out there, I think these are actually some of the best. I know Compass, there's a Compass by 12 South that it's kind of expensive. I think it's like $30 or $40, and I just can't see spending that much for something like that unless, you know, that's what you're into. So here we go. I've got the case here, and I'm going to install the iPad. because this is a soft silicone sort of a case, I'm assuming it'll give me some give as I try to put it in. Not exactly sure how to do this, but I can fold a corner. Let's try this. As you can see, I did not try to do this already, so I don't exactly know how it fits on. I will say though that this is really, really form-fitted. Looks like if I just get this corner in, I might be saved. There we go, here's something. There we go. Just get this one last corner around the iPad. The one thing I have to say about this so far is that the tightness of it makes me pretty confident that little pieces of dirt and dust will not be able to get in. Yep, and that's a really, really close fit. So you can see that took me a little time, but that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it, just the way it is. You can see this snaps over here, and it goes over a little lip. All of the buttons here, you can see, you can actually feel there's not a cutout here for the volume rocker, but it's actually fitted on top of it. There is a cutout, a nice size one, for the whatever mute switch, whatever it's called now, maybe your screen orientation lock, whatever version of the iOS software you're running. And obviously your power button, and then your microphone is open, and also your headphone jack. Now, that is pretty, that's a pretty tight fit, it looks like. An Apple headphone will probably fit in there, but if you have maybe one of those L-shaped headphones, headphone jacks, it may not actually go in there, so that's something to think about. So here it is. This is really very slim. It's very nice. I really like the feel of the back here, and I really, really, really like the look of this like tortoise shell on the front. I hope you guys are able to see it. I brought the blue case out, the blue cleaning cloth out so that we could sort of, you know, get a differentiation since my table is dark. But yeah, this isn't bad actually. This is very nice. It's very hefty, although it's very slim. I don't know, you're probably thinking that sounds crazy, but this front flap that covers the screen is nice. It's a nice heavy material, and even this thick silicone, whatever this is, seems very tough, and it very easily folds over so that you can view your iPad like that. You can also stand it upright, standard sort of folio configuration, and then with the help of your stands here, you could probably get it into a few different, you know, scenarios, maybe a typing angle, etc. So here it is. This is the SwitchEasy CARA case. It retails for $50, as I said, on the SwitchEasy website. I'll put a link in the description. And overall, I think this is a really great case. I'm really pleased with it, and I really think it's a very unique design. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. If not, have a great day. See you in the next video.